acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore, although a stranger in this continent. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. An infatuated light. Although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in bloom. Always in bloom for
I can't believe it's been 2 months, I think, since I last vlogged. I last vlogged when I was still in the US, and it took me a while to actually process and edit the vlogs. So I've been away from my vlog and my vlogging adventure for a while. So I feel like I have a little bit of explaining here to do when it comes to where I've been and what I've been doing. And where I've been is actually very simple. I've been at home. I've been, I guess, trying to survive winter. The funny thing about Australian winter, especially Melbourne winter in Melbourne, is that it's freezing. It's absolutely freezing, even though the temperatures don't go quite as low as they do in Europe during winter. I've definitely been through a lot colder winters in Europe. I think the coldest temperature I've ever been in was back in Poland, very early in the morning, -25. Like, that was the coldest. But the thing about Europe and European winter, wheat bag to a microwavable wheat bag to help me stay warm. Funny thing about winters in Europe is that you only get cold when you're outside, because the houses are so well insulated and there's central heating that is so, like, that works so well that you're literally, wherever you go, you're fine. Like, you just have to like layer up and, you know, wear all the like scarf and woolly hat and gloves, you know, when you're outside. But as soon as you are inside, on public transport, in your home, in a shopping center, you know, in offices or wherever you go, everywhere is warm. Whereas here in Melbourne, everywhere is cold. Houses in Melbourne are built as if it was never cold in Melbourne. And so the insulation is very, very bad. And the heating is very, very poor. Like, I literally just have one air conditioner. It's a split system air conditioner, so it can actually blow warm air, but that is the only source of heat in my place. And fortunately, my place isn't very large, so I can just close the doors to the bedrooms, and then I can just heat up this space, my living room and my kitchen, you know, with the aforementioned air conditioning. And like within half an hour, the place is gonna be warm. However, all that heat is gonna keep escaping because of poor insulation. The windows are freezing cold to touch, so we lose a lot of heat through the windows. I only recently had the doors insulated because they were actually like, that much of a space between the door and the door frame. So obviously the cold was getting through that space, back door, front door and back door. A lot of heat goes up into the roof cavity and we lose it that way as well. So there you go. Melbourne isn't a great place to be if you if you are going to be here during winter, because it's just very, very difficult to take care of yourself, to be warm. I don't have any heating in my bedroom. I could put like a little fan heater if I want to, but I don't necessarily want to. It doesn't really make sense because I only just go there to sleep. So I just put on the electric blanket for before I get into my bed, so that when I get into my bed, it's nice and cozy and warm in there. And once I'm in bed, I turn it off, but I do sleep with a hot water bottle. So that's how I survive the nights.
I've been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded.
So, other than trying to survive the winter and to sort of hibernate through it a bit, I guess I've been also busy with my place, kind of still organizing things. You'll see that there's a bookcase here now, which wasn't here before, and it is full of books that I got from a friend of mine. Because all of my books are now sitting in another bookcase in my office, and since both of them are now full, I bought another bookcase still. So one of the things you got to know about me, that there hasn't been a TV in my house in many years, but there are always bookcases, and that's like a big priority in my life, is to always have space for books. I've also started renovating my toilet. Well, at this stage, I just exchanged I hired somebody, a plumber, to change the toilet suite and to install a new one, because the one that was there was fairly old and a little bit decrepit. It was still working, but just, wasn't very nice. And since this place was actually rented out before, I am not sure how many bums were on that toilet and were using that toilet before, so it just kind of felt like a nice idea to treat myself to a brand new toilet, which is now installed. So now the next step will be to have the toilet repainted, because I had the whole place painted before I moved in, before I put the furniture in, but obviously in the process of installing the new bathroom suite, the walls got a bit ruined. All the nice paint got a bit ruined. So, yeah, you wanna say hello? Little puss puss. So now I want to bring my painter back and have him repaint the toilet, including a feature wall. So watch this space for a new development when it comes to my toilet. Other than that, I just have a few pictures that I managed to hang. I'm still not done. Like particularly this wall here, it's gonna be a gallery wall. but I only managed to just hang a few pictures of all those that I want to have here. So my journey and adventure with nesting will continue. I feel like I really have been nesting for the last 2 months, so between struggling with the cold and hibernating, or wanting to just hibernate, and not having a lot of energy to do much, that's really how I've been spending the last 2 months. But I am hoping now to jump back on my vlogging project and to go back to updating you with my adventures and what's been happening in my life. Plus, I do have a little trip that I planned purely because I just got so sick of the cold, particularly around the solstice. So 21st of June is the winter solstice here, meaning the longest night of the year, shortest day of the year, and the coldest kind of point of winter. And that's when I thought, okay, I need to catch a break from this cold. I need to go somewhere where I can be warmer. And I booked flights to Darwin, which is in the very north of Australia. It is in the state called Northern Territory, which is the only Australian state that I haven't been to yet. So this is exciting to finally go and tick off that last territory or / state in Australia that I haven't visited yet. So that will be exciting to go there, because even though it is middle of winter here in Australia, it is over 30 degrees there Celsius every single day. So at this stage, all I want to do is just to go there for a week. I booked just a week there, and to be in the sun, like lie around the pool and read books and just give myself a bit of a holiday, because I actually haven't had a lazy kind of holiday in many years. Every time I go somewhere, I explore. I spent 8 months last year exploring, going to different countries all over Europe, and each time I had an agenda, I had a sort of schedule of things I wanted to see and go to. And whenever I wasn't out there exploring and doing tours and visiting different places, I was back in my room working, running my business, editing videos, editing vlogs, making my sex education videos. So it's been just a very active kind of stream of holidays for a while now. Even the last trip I took to the US in the second half of April was very adventurous, because in a space of 2 weeks, I managed to see and explore San Francisco first. Then we went down south the coast, the Californian coast. Then we went to Monterey Bay, Yosemite Park. Then I flew to Arizona, to Phoenix. And so I explored a bit of Phoenix, Sedona, Grand Canyon, which you might have seen that last vlog being finally released not too long ago, even though the actual trip was happening in late April / early May. So 2 months ago. So I apologize for the delay. I've literally just been struggling with feeling low energy and just doing the bare minimum, which is around the sex education videos, which is running my main channel, attending to my clients, doing admin and accounting and all that kind of side of business. The solstice was 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. So now we're headed towards those longer days, and it's gonna keep getting warmer now. And in 2 weeks' time, I am flying up to Darwin. So I'm gonna catch a break from the cold, and I'm gonna show you a bit of Darwin as well. So so that's gonna be a lovely adventure. I am going to make it a bit of a lazy holiday, which is something I really need. So welcome back to my vlog after 2 months break. Let's get reacquainted, because we had some great times before, and it's time to get back to it now.